Hey YouTube, this is right after that unboxing video. We're still gonna add more chapstick, and I probably shouldn't be doing this right now because I'm tired. This is the makeup journey tag, and I was tagged, and I asked if they can send me the questions, and I didn't receive a response. And then I saw Gigi Beauty 2. I'm probably saying it wrong, and I'm sorry, girl. You know I love you. I'll put her name here and I will link her below. In her description box, she had the questions written out. So I'm like, I'm on it. If you tag me for something and you want me to do it, list the questions or send them to me DM, something. And so there are 10 questions. And the first question, what age did I start wearing makeup? And some of these questions I did answer like here and there in other videos. I started wearing makeup when I was about 34. And my second marriage was when I was 35, and I ended up doing my own makeup for the wedding because the person I was supposed to do it got there late. And I'm like, it was a family member. It wasn't a professional person I was paying. But still. But people liked it. They said I was pretty. What they going to say? I'm an ugly bride? You're uninvited and no, you can't take a plate. So I was 34 when I started wearing makeup. I was always a tomboy. You know, just jeans, sneakers, chapstick. I was always a chapstick hoe. But that was it. Like I didn't do eyeliner. I didn't even do lip gloss. I didn't do any of that. Like I just, my sister was the one, she was the fashionable one, clothes wise. She was coordinated. She could dance well. She wore makeup. I mean, she was the feminine daughter. And I was like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Y'all don't say that to people. Okay. But, and most of my friends was dudes and they looked at me like one of the dudes. And and one of my male cousins, we were 6 months apart. This is so non-makeup related. And my great grandmother, she had a house in the woods. She had like 7 acres. And we would run around and play in the woods all day. Like, yeah, I was that girl that was just like, I didn't mind getting dirty. But then as I got older, I'm like, ew, I don't want to touch that. That look nasty. But I'm still very much all about comfort. Jeans, sneakers, leggings, just being comfortable. And, the skirt dress thing, I tried it for a couple of years. And I'm like, why am I trying to be something I'm not? You know what I'm saying? And so I learned to just be true to who I am. And people who actually want to know me for me, accept me for who I am or not, because it doesn't benefit you to change for somebody else. No. So 34 when I started wearing makeup. Second question, who taught me how to do makeup? Gigi said it too, YouTube, and I said it in a previous video about makeup journey or something. I watched YouTube for an entire year, and it was when I was like 34. Sorry for stuttering. And I watched YouTube. I watched videos, and that's when, and I missed that day and age. That's when it wasn't about the brand. It wasn't about a particular palette. And a lot of the tutorials, it was like, take, a hot pink and put it here and then take this shade. It was about the colors. And they wouldn't even say the name of the shadow or the name of the palette. They would just like hold up the brush, such and such color, lime green, blue, whatever. And I really enjoyed that. And I learned a lot. And I watched a lot of different people. My complexion, not my complexion. My eye shape, not my eye shape. Just to kind of see what colors go where, which I still have issue with. But that's how I learned how to do makeup, how to play shadow. Even though the way I do my makeup now, my eyeshadow now, is different than most people I see, because I do my lid shades first, and I start from inner corner and go out, and I take my lid shades up into the crease, which I don't see a lot of people do that. Even some people with hooded lids don't do that. And that's not how I learned from YouTube, but I initially learned from just watching YouTube. And I had a YouTube channel because I was on YouTube watching videos. And, you get friendly with people, as you know, and a few people were saying, you should start a channel, you should do videos, we'll shout you out, we'll do collabs, we'll do this and do that. And so after a year, I finally started a channel, and it was a lot of fun. And also I was working then, so I would do my makeup every day, so I would just record it. And, that's how I would do my videos. And I realized it was a lot of fun. And it was something just like for now that was just for me to do, like my time to do something for myself. And so that's how I learned. My first step in my makeup routine is not even my makeup. My first step in my makeup routine is my skincare. And that includes chapstick. That's the first thing I do. So for me, my makeup routine doesn't start with makeup. It starts with my skincare and chapstick. Favorite part of doing my makeup and why? You know what? Actually, just sitting here is my favorite part, because I can be having a bad day and I'm like, oh, I'll just lay on the sofa, watch a movie, or, I'll feel antsy and I'll just get up and start organizing something. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to do something for me. And when I sit here at this station, it's just like everything is right in my world. I don't really know how to describe the feeling. Peaceful and calming. And maybe because for me it is a part of self-care. So it's just sitting here in this spot for this purpose, to do something for me, to create something, whether it comes out busted or not, but just to do something just for me. And so that's my favorite part, is just sitting here at this station and just doing stuff. Even if I'm just reorganizing stuff for, the 12th time that week, it's something just for me. And that's my favorite part, because it does lift up my mood when I'm having a bad day, not pain wise, but like emotionally. If I'm just like feeling kind of down, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just play in my face paint and I feel better. I really do. So for me, my favorite part is just being here at this station. Least favorite part and why? My least favorite part, and not that it's actually doing my makeup, but my least favorite part is my collection. And I think I have still under 50 palettes, which for some people, they're like, that's not a collection. Some people have like 500 palettes, 700 palettes. A lot of it is PR. Or they're collectors, which is fine. I mean, we all have, the one thing that we just do. And so I'm not knocking that. But for me, I don't like clutter, and I don't like to have stuff that I'm not going to use, and I don't like to waste things. And so even the little bit of stuff that I have, which is more than most, because some people have commented, oh my gosh, I only have 2 palettes and it's from the drugstore. And that is fine. That is perfect. I knew somebody who had 1 palette. It was the Naked Smoky palette. She panned almost every shade in that palette. It was the only one she had, the only one she wanted, and she used the hell out of that thing. And I admired her for that, because she was using it. So just knowing, and my eyeshadow palettes are over here, and my blush stuff and face palettes. But I'm looking at this stuff, and I know I'll never use it all. I will never get through it. Some stuff will turn. The Natasha Denona Cream to Powder and a Creamy Mattes, they turn because of whatever that cream is that's in there. And even my Haunted Europe, each Nomad palette has a different oil in it. And I have noticed with Haunted Europe, which I did get last November, some of the shadows are different than they used to be. So I know it's starting to turn because of that oil. I'm thinking it's because of the oil. I don't know. And so I know in my mind, I'm not going to have these Nomad palettes for 2, 3, 4 years. Someone commented they had no, not Natasha Denona. They had a Pat McGrath palette for 8 years, and it still performs, like it did when they first got it. And I'm like, that would be great. I don't know if that'll be the case for me, but to have a palette that long that you can use would be great. And so my least favorite part is just knowing that a lot of this is going to end up in the trash, because I did pay for it, the majority on sale, but still. And so somebody had said something about they don't think about if they're going to use it all. What they think about is if they get their money's worth out of it. And I believe it was Ash from Makeup and Chaos that said that, and it changed how I think of things about my makeup. Like, okay, I have this palette. I had it for 6 months, but this palette is well loved. I have gotten my money's worth out of this palette, or this lip gloss, or this blush. And so it did help me. So thank you, Ash, for saying that, because it really resonated with me. Like, I don't need to necessarily use something all the way up, but use it until it's used up for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you saying that, because it really made me think about things a little different. And I know I wouldn't pan anything because of my allergy to nickel. Pressed powders, when I hit pan, it breaks my face out. Wherever the brush touches that pan, when I put it on, that part of my face breaks out. And I have never in my life panned an eyeshadow, and I doubt that I will, because it's hard. Even having less than 50 palettes, like, it's hard to pan a palette. And so that's my least favorite part, is just knowing it will be waste. However, now that I'm looking at it differently, am I getting my money's use out of it, my money's worth out of it? That helps me feel better about it. What's the next one? That was number 5. Number 6. What kind of makeup do I have the most of? What kind of makeup do I have the most of? Makeup brushes. Should I add makeup brush word to my repertoire of names for myself? I am a chapstick hoe. I am a label whore. Recently, I found out that I'm a window licker on a bus. What else? Oh, and of course I'm a troll. What else do I do? So I guess I could be a makeup brush or two. And I do actually rotate and use my brushes, though. I don't use my face brushes as much as the eyeshadow brushes, because y'all know I'll be putting on like 4, 5, 6 shadows, and I use a different brush for each one. But I would say I have the most makeup brushes out of everything in my overall makeup collection. Other than that, I would say eyeshadow palettes, even though I have less than 50. Because even blushes and highlighters, I don't have that much, which is great. And I just did another declutter. I did a comparison between blushes, so that video will be coming up. And the next thing will probably be lip products. I decluttered half, and now my storage container is almost full again. So that was number 6. Number 7, what eye looks do I enjoy the most? Bold and colorful, or smoky, or grungy, or vampy, and a black lip. That's the eyeshadow looks I enjoy doing the most. That's my preference for myself. This I like better because it's deeper shades. It's a nice look. It's just not my preference. But my preference for me, even though I do other types of looks, as I said, is the dark looks, or the bright, bold looks like this, or grungy, or vampy, or smoky. That's my preference, and I enjoy those the most because they excite me for some reason. And I know some people, they have to have shimmer on the lid. I've had someone say for Martine Cosmetics, it was too dark, and so they pulled in shimmers from somewhere else. And I'm like, that 669 palette, y'all. You see my face even talking about it. That palette excites me. The Mission Triple X palette excites me, and I'm wondering if it excites me this way because it's so new. And so we'll see in a few months, like, if I still like have this feeling about it. And I think the feeling will last because I don't feel this excited about palettes often to say, oh yeah, I feel this way because it's new. Because I'll get another palette and be like, oh yeah, this is nice. But it's not like 669, Mission Triple X. You know what I'm saying? Or Haunted Europe, or, you know what I mean? And so I do think that feeling is going to stay because and it leaves me speechless. It does. So that was number 7. Number 8, what part of my makeup routine do I wish I could be better at? All of it. If anybody says there's nothing they can do better, I actually do feel sad for that person, because even personally, wherever you are in life, there's always something you can improve on, personally or relationship-wise, work-wise, your mannerisms, your personality defects, something, makeup, it's always something you can improve on. Even if, you know, most people, the majority of people, their face is not symmetrical. Even if it's getting your makeup to be symmetrical, getting your eyeliner symmetrical, getting your eyeshadow shape symmetrical. Like for me, this brow, I did just go along my natural brow line. So you'll see this one has a higher peak than this one. So even getting that even, and because it's not, it looks like it's more space right here, which it is, than this eye. So even just getting everything even, and not that I really care to do that because my face isn't even, so why should I finagle and look like something I'm not? You know what I'm saying? But where was I going with that? What was the question? Oh, what to be better at? Just better at what I consciously work on sometimes, because it's a natural habit to go around it with my shadow because my eyes just go like that anyway. You know what I mean? So I have to make a conscious effort to wing out my shadow. And Ash, again, Makeup and Chaos, inspires me. There's a few people, Sparkle Cake Face on Instagram. She'll wing out shadow, or even if she doesn't wing out the shadow, she does a wing liner. And it's not quite a graphic liner, but just the shapes that she creates. And there's another lady on Instagram, and I cannot think of her name. She just always creates different shapes, and I would say almost even editorial. She'll do like a blue liner here and, you know, have like negative space here and then put a liner, you know, something over. And I'm just like, and I take screenshots thinking I'm going to just play around and try this stuff one day. But then I'm like, that's so far above my skill set. But I see, you know, the different shapes and the different colors that people use. And Bumsy, I'll put her channel here. She's on YouTube too. She be rocking bold colors, y'all. She rocks bold colors, bright colors. She loves her shimmers. But the shapes that she creates, she did a look and the lid was dark, but she put like a green sparkle liner up here and a liner line down here. And she has a different eye shape than I do. So say my eyes was like this. It was like a graphic line up here and a graphic line down there. And I'm just like, wow. And it just really made the look just, pew. And so I see stuff like that and I'm just like, man, if I could do even one of those things, even if I can get in the habit maybe of just winging out my liner and not just the natural habit of going around it. And when I have did that, I'm so tired. I thought it looked really nice and I did get compliments on it. And so, but I have to make a conscious effort to do that though, because my eyes just go that way. And, but yeah, so that's something I want to get better at is doing different shapes with my eyeshadow looks. That's what I want to get better at. And as I said, it takes me a conscious effort to do so. Number 9, do I try to match my outfit to my makeup and vice versa? I wore this out today. Kind of classy, kind of hood in black letters. Black leggings. Yes, I went out. Today is the day I met Smiley Shani for the first time. Oh my gosh. Whew. We had so much fun, but it was crazy. The situation was crazy. We're both going to talk about it in the video. But oh my gosh. I'm like, at one point I said, are we in a Twilight Zone? It was just, and it was so crazy. You had to laugh. It's like, what is happening? But no, I don't match. I do not like matchy. People love it. I love it for you. And a lot of people do it. They'll have, like, say I had this on both eyes. They would have blue earrings. They might have on blue charm on their necklace and have on a blue shirt. Or maybe even like a, I don't want to say paisley, but what is that? A plaid shirt or paisley shirt or something like that. Or a striped shirt. But everything, whatever colors on their eyes is somewhere in their jewelry and on their clothes. I don't like that for me. And I don't know why. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. Like no. And I have a lot of black shirts, a lot of gray shirts, quite a few white shirts. And so it does match anyway, or like olive green shirts. And if I'm doing smart, a dark smoky look or something. So it does match, but I don't do it intentionally. I don't like the matchy. And I know people, they got the hat, the purse, the jacket, the shoes, everything matches, and they match their spouse. And I'm just like, y'all look cute. I mean, old school, but it's cute. And they are older people. Thinking of a friend of mine. They're in their like 60s, 70s. But that's what it was back in the day, though. Seriously, you matched your spouse. And I'm just, no. So I don't match. I don't like the matchy. Number 10. Oh, last question. Y'all like, thank goodness, because she's talking about all kinds of stuff. What advice would I give to someone starting out in makeup? My advice would be just experiment, period. I see a lot of stuff on Reddit. What's a good waterproof eyeliner? What might be good for one person might not be good for you. What's a good lipstick? What might be good for one person might not be good for you. And when you get into using or doing something someone else says, you may be doing yourself an injustice. When I first started makeup and I'm watching all the things, and I would go down to the CCO because it's inexpensive, and I would buy, hundreds of dollars worth of makeup, which was a ton at the CCO because stuff is like 70 to 80% off. And I was buying stuff that I was seeing on YouTube. And, I had a bunch of Avon stuff, Fashion Fair stuff, and all the Estee Lauder brand stuff from the CCO, and MAC stuff and everything, and drugstore. And I had so much makeup, and I would put stuff on and be like, I don't like this. And I was trying to make myself like it because so many YouTubers liked it and talked about it. And no. They would just, this lipstick, this brand. And stuff just did not, either it did not work for me, or the colors just did not work for me. And that's when I realized cool tones made me look ashy, because I'm like, this look is hideous, but people on YouTube was loving stuff. And so I really just had to learn what I liked for me, and that was through all the experiments. And so my advice would be, just get whatever you want to get. And one thing I love that Gigi said in her video, she shops at the dollar store. She shops at hair supply stores. I mean, she gets dollar makeup. She gets expensive makeup. Like, she runs the gamut between like the cheapest of the cheap to the expensive. And she says she gets what speaks to her. And I love that because, as I say in my intro, which I didn't say in this one, it's not about the brand. Just get what you want for you. And I love that she does that. And when she does her shop, her stash, she'll be like, I'll pick up, this Maybelline highlighter. And then, I'll pull this Pat McGrath blush. Like, she just mixes everything. And there is no shame. And I love that, because some people don't want to talk about that. And then on the flip side, you have people that only do drugstore or dollar store, and then they brag about all the stuff they have. And then you have people that's only luxury that brag about the stuff they have. And it's like, why does there have to be a division like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just makeup, period, regardless of what brand or where you buy it from. And so that kind of annoys me about the beauty community, which is not the question. So my advice would be, just experiment and not count on any one person or any one group to tell you what you should do or what you need. Just try different things for yourself. And it goes back to when I watched YouTube for a whole year and learned how to do makeup. It was a lot of experimentation. I did waste a lot of money because a lot of stuff just did not work for me. I didn't like it for me. But I learned, you know what I mean? That's how I learned. Not by wasting money, but, just the whole process. And we are talking about our makeup journey, and that's been my journey. So advice, just do you, boo-boo. Just try different things. Buy whatever you want to buy. Go to the dollar store. Go to the drugstore. If you can, go down to a CCO if you want to try that stuff. My only other advice would be, once you do move past drugstore, you know what? No, if you're doing drugstore, get it from Ulta. Because then if it doesn't work, you can return it. If it breaks you out, or it's just, you buy it and you get home and open it and it's cracked. you can return it. So that would be my only advice, is if you are starting with drugstore, get it from Ulta, because that way you won't waste a lot of money like I did in the beginning, because, you know, buying a bunch of stuff and then didn't like it, or it didn't work for me, and then it really just went in the trash after 2 uses because my skin didn't like it. So that'll be it for this video. And yeah, I'll think of who to tag. You know what? I'm too tired. If you're seeing this and you haven't done this tag, I will list the questions below. And you know what? I am tagging people because I'm thinking of people right now. I am tagging Fortunata Hope. Yes, girl. Look at my bags. It's like, how y'all doing? This is my double bag. It's just like, we just hanging out. I'm tagging Will Venus. I'm going to tag Jen. I'm going to tag An Armored Beauty. And she may do an Instagram live or a video because she does do both. I'm going to tag It's Lori's Life. Hey, girl. I'm going to tag Mickey Carr. I'm going to tag I Am Jamila. And I think that'll be it, because I think that's quite a bit. And if I tagged you and you are not able to do it, that is absolutely fine. No hurt feelings or anything, because I know we all busy. We busy, y'all. And if I have not specifically tagged you and you would like to do this tag, please do the tag. Again, I will have the questions down below. And if you do the video from seeing mine, feel free to tag me just to be sure that I get a notification and I will see it, because I would love to hear what your answers are. And I will have Gigi's information below as well. And I am so proud of her. She got into makeup and it became her passion. She realized she was really passionate about it. And so then she went on a journey to become a professional makeup artist, and she went through some courses, and now she is a professional makeup artist. And I believe she just did like her first wedding. I'm like, how awesome and exciting is that? I am just so proud of you, girl. Like, seriously. This video is long. I'm going to go before my head hits my table. Troll just need to lay down. Why is she doing videos? Because I'm a troll, damn it. You will see me in the next video. If you've watched this and you're not subscribed, please do. If you are subscribed, thank you. Whether you are or not, like, comment, share my videos. I would appreciate it. Troll. You will see me and my goofy ass in the next video.